Hello, welcome to Philippine Bible Ministries update. Today is October 22nd, 2022. Our home is ready. The power's on, the AC's on, the water's on. I believe everything's been installed, and we are 3 hours away from that home, so we are not there. Um, yeah, so we had to wait for the car parts, which took a month, and then we had to come back waiting. So now they say it might take another week. We've been here a week, and it might take another week. Well, we haven't been here quite a week. We got here on Monday, and it's Saturday. Um, so you wait for the parts, and then you wait for the stuff to get done because it might take 2 weeks for them to repair something that you would think wouldn't take that long. But it's Filipino time. We're getting used to it. So anyway, the house is done. Our furniture will be delivered next Tuesday, most of it, and so it's just a matter of we're excited. We're going to be moving into our house, and then we'll be coming back to pick up the three dogs, two cats, and a mama. Um, Obviously, we can't take them this time. So yeah, we're getting there. Things are starting to happen, and we're going to have once we get the house set up, we're probably going to have some kids over on Sundays, and have some people over. Just start the Lord gave me sort of a vision of it because the house is really white. It stands out in the neighborhood. Um, New white shiny thing, and it's like sort of like a lighthouse, to bring the light. Hopefully, that's what we'll do. So we're gonna be having people over. We're gonna be doing stuff. I don't know what we're gonna be doing. So I just wanted to talk about that. How we're pretty excited. That was good news. We got all that stuff going. Um, the new project for the and next time I'll show you some now that I figured out how to use this. I found an old program that I used to use in school called Screencastify, and I've signed up for it. So I think next time, probably soon, I'll make another video. I'll show you guys a bunch of pictures and stuff. So that'll be cool. Um, so I was happy to do that. And then I just wanted to let you know that, first of all, just a side note, my fantasy football team is the worst it's ever been. Um, and I actually have a lot of time to do it because I'm here and the times are different. It's like middle of the night over there, and I'm like, oh, I'm watching videos. I'm watching all these. Who's going to do good? And every single week, my team has been projected to win, and every single week except one on one, and then usually I just get totally wiped out. Guys, projection 21 points, actual points 5, and that is not uncommon. Where the guys got injured, or the guys this or that, and then so it's just been a joke. So whatever, it's not that important, but it was frustrating. So this time I'm trying a new tact. I've got a bunch of guys with low expectations, and I'm hoping that it flip flops. So I'm trying to trick myself into a victory. We'll see. Basically have to win out now because I'm 1-4, like the Raiders, doing too well. Or anyway, so I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. We're getting ready to move. Um, I'm working on some. So I finished up a book. I don't know if you guys know, but if you go to Amazon.com and put in David Pinson or Philippine Bible Ministry, you'll see some books pop up. And most of those books had never really been edited. You know, this is me is like ready, fire, aim. Oh wait, what was I shooting at? I'm always in a hurry, right? This has been the theme here in the Philippines to learn not to be in a hurry. So I've actually went back and started editing some of those books because I've had some time. So I just finished editing one called to Follow, which is a I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. But my whole thing with this, I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to sell a bunch of books. I'm nothing like that. If I figure if one person could be touched, just one person or a couple of people, and pass it on, then that's good enough for me. It's pretty cool through Kindle publishing. So and then I'm going to be starting another book, a short book. These are just little tidbits. I have a couple of large ones, which are tomes as they call them. But this other little book that I'll be working on is kind of like it's about new wineskins. Basically, the Lord there's a pattern that he has over the centuries. Whenever he starts a new wineskin, a new way to do things, it's always like poo pooed and then later on it becomes the thing, and then it becomes sort of as human beings are involved, it sort of becomes stifled, and it sort of becomes a monument, and it sort of becomes unwieldy. And this whole notion that we have going now about church and denominations and stuff is sort of unwieldy, and it's sort of like it's not anyway, hasn't done the job. So I have some ideas, very simple ideas, and they're not my ideas really. So I think they're from the Lord, just a different way to do things. Um, anyway, a way that I think would win the world. Because the thing about it is, what he asks us is very simple. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, and it's kind of like Yoda when Luke's trying to lift the spaceship out of the swamp, and he goes, I'm trying. Because there's no try. It's either do or don't do, and so that's what it is for the church. Either do or don't do it. And you've had 2,000 years, you haven't done it, so we can do it. It's just a matter of each of us doing it. It doesn't have to be a big deal. We don't have to do great things, really. You may do great things, but you can do small things greatly. And if each person really, when you get down to the math of it, just someday, maybe I'll try to share that video again. It's called the power of multiplication. If each person who calls himself a believer were to get one disciple per year, and once every year get a different disciple, the multiplication of that would be in the billions. Within 10 years, the whole world would be one for Christ, pretty much, the people that aren't. So that's the thing. It's simple. It's not hard to do. You just have to go out and do it. So, and what we've been doing is hiring people to do it. There's my pastor, there's my evangelist, there's my missionary. Those are my people. That's my worship team. These are the people that I sort of like like a corporate thing. These are the people that we hired to do this thing for us because we're too busy. I don't know what we're doing, but we must be busy because we're too busy building our lives over here. We've got our retirement, we've got our toys, we've got our vacations, we've got our trips to Israel, we've got all of our stuff we're doing. Don't you realize? Um, and we give. Of course, we give here for you guys to go do that stuff. But God's called us to do it. It's the family thing. I've shared that several times, and I preached about that. We become when we get saved, we become part of God's family in a dynamic new way. And as a family, there's things to do. You support your family. There's things to do, and not about you. And most of us haven't really don't really think that far ahead, or we think that we're doing stuff for our family, like getting them in big churches with big programs and lots of activities so they can hang out with other people. And at the end of the day, that's just a bunch of wheels spinning around, right? Because what's happening to your community, right? It's like something I think about a lot. The church I came out of, one of the churches I want to say come out of, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the church I used to be really involved in was Calvary Chapel. Back in the 70s and the 80s, they were a powerful movement, and it was like all these people and the hippies and everybody's getting saved, and it's so wonderful and so cool, and people can wear Hawaiian shirts and people are just cool and casual, and look at all these people, right? But then what did it change the community? Did it change California? Is California like the most beautiful Christian place where all these people are walking in the walk and talking in the no, it's really not. Did it ever even change the culture? No, not really. So what kind of a fire was it? Was it a fire, or was it just like a flash flame, like when you pour gas and it goes woof, and then what? Now what? It's like, the power of God is not so much like in miracles or great shows or great worship or anything like that. The power of God is how we live our lives day to day, each simple day. Each day, what have you done? Do people look at you and say, "Man, that guy, there's something," or that lady, there's something different about them, the way they live, the way they treat? It's not. I can't understand how they can do that. Well, they must be something to this Jesus thing, right? So anyway, that's all. No more preaching. I promise I only preach a couple minutes each time. I'm trying to trick you guys up. Maybe more than a couple minutes. You never know. Anyway, I love you guys, and stay tuned. And next time, well, maybe not next time, because now that I figured out how to use this thing here, this video thing, I'm gonna be showing you a bunch of pictures and whatnots that I've been gathering, that I haven't been able to figure out with this video. But now that I've figured out this old program that I know how to use, I'm going to be creating some lessons to share on my YouTube stage, and Facebook. So I love you guys. Take care. And hey, if you want to, I'm here and I'm usually available at certain times. So if you ever want to reach out, send me an email. Philippine Bible Ministry at gmail.com. Pretty simple. Anyway, that's it. I love you guys. Take care. Bye bye. Ta ta. And stop.